All right, so people, by the power vested in me as the Obara of the media land, I welcome you here on Showbiz Now. Once again, at this very moment, we'll be talking about the industry for 30 minutes. So we started on Monday, and we're still going to continue with it. And of course, if it's your first time tuning in here on the show, I'd like to say a big thank you to you and for always choosing us, making time with us here on Showbiz Now. My name is KMJ, the Royal Host, and I was born to talk. My costume is by Abuya Corporate Wardrobe. And you can find them. Sadisco Traffic Light near Joy FM. That's where you can locate them. Many thanks to you for always tuning in here on the show. Welcome. And I'm still going to remind you that on the 1st of June, don't forget that Hits 103.9 FM, we're pitching camp at the Aviation Social Center. You want to be there if you're a fan of football, if you're a football fanatic. This is the place to be. On the 1st of June, it's rep your jersey and come in your jerseys, your teams that you're supporting. Come, let's together enjoy the party that we're just about setting up at the Aviation Social Center. In the 9th edition, and you know how we do it. Now, if you want to be a part of it, if you have a team of basketball players, volleyball, and you want to be a part of the competitions, all you have to do is to just go on our website, myjoyonline.com, and then click on the Rep Your Jersey column over there, and then put in your squad. We'd like to see you, all of you, at the venue, so we all have fun together. Is it going to be Liverpool or is it going to be Tottenham Hotspur? My team is out. Barcelona is out, but regardless, we're still going to be there to support it. But the five-a-side teams we're going to be on. I'm playing Juventus this time around. I'm told I'm going to be meeting Dr. Pounds, but we've always called them when we meet them. So don't worry, we'll be fine. All right? Thank you for showing up, ladies and gentlemen, ahead of time. In the meantime, let's talk about what we're doing today. And of course, we started talking about the film production here in Ghana, and we've advanced from the script writing. We went into the actors. The actors came through to talk to us about what they think. And of course, we've also had certain people who have sat behind the scenes to contribute to what we're discussing here on the show. Today, we're looking at another very important issue, and that's from the producer's perspective. We look at the writing perspective as well. We look at the directing perspective, and if you like, executive producing as well, because my guest in the studio actually cuts across all of that I've mentioned this very moment. But yesterday, Calibos was here, and he says most actors and actresses don't read their scripts before getting on set. And that's what Calibos spoke to me here on the show yesterday when he made his appearance to talk about the actor's point of view. Now, he says that Showbiz Now has been addressing issues on the current state of the Ghanaian movie production, where popular actor Calibos made a revelation that most actors and actresses feel very lazy reading through their scripts before getting on set. Now, according to Calibos, those acts go a long way to affect production of movies in a negative way, all right? This is it. When we come back, I introduce my guest in the studio here on Showbiz Now.
This is a very important, topic when it has to do with actors in mind, because to me it all boils down to the attitude of the actor. You understand? Because I don't think any actor is given a script on the day that you're shooting. No, you go through pre-production states. You meet the crew, the director, whoever it is. You meet the script writer, you do rehearsals, all this time you have the script with you. So you revise and you go through your script, go through your lines, know your cues, where you have to deliver and all that. Again, it boils down to the attitude of the actors. I'll stand here to say some of them, some quote-unquote of them are lazy to read the script. You understand? Let me put myself, for an instance, I have a film background, so I understand what it takes to read a script. I always read a script more than 3 times before I go on set.
Okay.
For the first time, I read it at any, layman's point of view, just to read the story and enjoy the story. After, I read it directing-wise, okay, the director want me to do this. Can I add up something to make it nice? You understand?
Yeah.
And then the last part of it, I read to memorize the lines.
Okay.
Which is very important. You understand? Although the lines are that many, when you have dialogues in it and maybe you are playing a lead role, you have most of the dialogues. So most of the times, you're given the script, the scenes that you'll be shooting within the day. So that time, you can go through your lines, perfect it, get it on point, and whenever you're set to roll, everything goes. But then let me just come back to the
ones that are the plotting
exactly,
part, where
the plotting part.
You ask, you just do your thing.
The miscommunication here, or let me just say, the problem here will have to be with the dialogues. Let me use Kumawood, the industry, for instance. They wouldn't go into. I'm here to see, though. I have not seen a tree script.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you're to say it's the dialogue, which is in English, some of them can't read. I stand to be corrected. Some of them can't read. Does that mean it's written in tree for them? I've not seen anything yet. So then it's up to the director and the actor, for the director to give the plot to who the actor is. Okay, these are your scene description. You're supposed to come here, slap him, deliver a word, and go. But then again, in the midst of it, they get so involved. It even happens with the delivery,
the glamour,
the glamour ones. Okay. It so happens at times you feel okay. I've said my line, but there's this I can chip in to make it. You understand?
Yeah.
But with them, they have the liability, so they keep on going and going and going. So when you realize with their movies,
and the director will be there, will be watching them.
Yes, because they feel. I mean, they can bring up something interesting at the latter part of it, which they always do. So you have to sit and listen to the whole before the punchline will come in. You understand? And this makes their scenes a bit dragging. Yeah. If you have to ask me, compared to this, because with the glamour ones, you do that, deliver, we're done. We move to the next scene. Yeah. You understand? But with this case, maybe you have to say this and slap you. I've said this, slap you, but we will lament and go about it and then to be stretching. So that's the two different parts of it. But I know when
all right, so that was a typical case study here on the issue we're talking about today here on Showbiz Now. That was Calibos here on the show yesterday speaking about it. Now, moving on, I have in the studio with me one person that needs no introduction. This man has been in the system for a while, a very long time for that matter. It's not easy to pull him out of where he's always hiding, but I'm glad I was able to pull him to come on the show today. He's the man, Edward Sedo Jr., the man behind Things We Do for Love, Fame, YOLO, and well, he's got a lot of things that probably you never knew about because you've never seen the face, you hardly see the face, but it is, finally. Bro, good to see good to see you.
Good to be here, Cliff.
It's not been easy. I mean, I know there's a lot you're doing. I still had to make this happen for you to come share with us the knowledge that you've had over the period. I mean, you're a celebrated writer, producer, director here in the industry. Just that most of us get to see the face like once in a year. That's right. But it's good that I could pull you over here. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the honor.
Thank you for having me.
Great. All right. So, I mean, I because you cut across, it's very exciting for me because then we know that so many things that go into the production that you can really educate us on. Now, from scripting, we looked at scripting on Monday. We've looked at the producer, the actors. We've also looked at a few other things that probably, it has to do with equipment and all of that in the past. We've discussed all of that. Now, producing and directing and writing, these are very important, stages in movie production before you even think about actor or whoever that is supposed to be doing the screen thing for you. What goes into your way of selecting who to feature, who in terms of producing, how you go about your producing, in terms of writing, how you go about it?
So the thing with me is that once I start creating the content, I'm already thinking about all the elements that would make it complete. Okay. Right down to even the cast level. So I look at the genre of what I'm creating. I look at the possible people who I would need on board. The DOP, the sort of director, because he has some experience with directing that particular genre. Then I would want to go for him or speak to him, or somebody that I can work closely with, because I'm so attentive to my own detail that eventually what comes out in terms of the output, a lot of it is influenced by me. It's just that people get to see it and they wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I have created characters. They've become iconic. People go about glamorizing them, and people even think that it's their own lines that they're saying, but all come from me. So I like to be very instrumental in the process, especially at pre-production. So I like to have people who are easily, who are easily into my space, who can understand where I'm coming from. So I actually have these pre-production sessions with them before we actually go out on set.
Oh, so we do that here in Ghana?
Yes, of course we do that. Yes,
because
it's
I don't know whether we even do script conferences here in Ghana. I don't remember the last time I had a script conference by anybody.
There's not much, but I have done it a couple of times.
Okay.
I've done it a couple of times because it does help. You know, it does help because if I want to cast you, for instance, okay, I would invite you to a script conference because I want to see how you would sound with my dialogue, which is not your everyday words.
Okay.
So that if you are competing with somebody else and I think that the person is more accommodating to my sort of dialogue, then it means that person gets the role. Because you don't talk that way, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not that quality I'm looking for. Okay. But it has to be easy on me as far as casting is concerned. You see, same as directing. I look at what you've done and I think, okay, given this thing that you did, I think that it's more similar. It's quite similar to what I'm trying to do. So then I bring you on board and then we get to work. I
see. So in producing, for instance, I mean, what's the basic difference from producing and directing?
Producing, you are the organizer. It's your show. All the elements of the production, you are in charge. It's your show. You make things happen. But on the set, the director is the creative professional.
Okay.
Who owns the set. He makes it happen creatively. He calls the shots. So even though he reports to the producer,
the director reports to the producer.
Yes, ideally.
Okay.
But on the set, it's his show because the producer he's already done with his talking at pre-production stage. Now it's my show, it's my set. So I control it the way I want.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm bringing all the creative professionals together, the lighting people, the sound people, the cast. You know, you've gotten me what I want. So now watch me perform. That's the director. So now he begins to call the shots.
Calibos in that interview actually stated that most of some of the actors and actresses we have are lazy. They don't want to be reading the scripts. Is it that you people are not making the scripts the way they want it, or we just have lazy actors and actresses in the industry? Because sometimes when you're watching from a layman's perspective, you can even feel that this actor is not really delivering the way the person is supposed to.
That's right.
And it affects the production somehow.
You see,
why?
You see, it's like a coach football player situation. Okay, the coach has given instructions. Now you go to the field and perform. Must he be micromanaging every aspect of your acting detail, from your facial expressions, etc., etc.? You see an actor, he reads a line, then you're wondering whether he himself understands what he's reading. If he doesn't get it, it means that the audience is not impressed. Then they get to blame the production. So you've got to get the right caliber of people, even in the casting. That's why I'm still going back to the script conference thing. That when you come to read the line for me beforehand, then I know how you're going to sound. No surprises there. I don't just take it for granted that because you're an actor, I've put you in a scene, so you're going to deliver. Sometimes actually would require you to even send me voice notes of how you're going to do that dialogue. Yes, if I think that it's too inconvenient for you to come, or give me a video from WhatsApp and let me see how it's going to come, and that helps inform my creative process. Then I can be quite sure of what I'm getting into. So
what are some of the directors, producers for that matter, not doing right? Because we always compare ourselves to the West, and it looks like the more we try, the farther they go from us. Because things that we think that are supposed to be done properly here, because we are learning from the West, it's like when we're picking up, they are far away.
Yeah, definitely. You have to understand that we are still in the embryo, relatively. So I mean, straight roads do not make good drivers. We're going to have our rough patches, we're going to have our falls and bumps, but we've got to get better as we go along. It's not going to be an overnight process. The Nigerians didn't get here by accident, okay? They worked on it. In fact, they were the laughing stock when we even started. Now they've overtaken us because of investment possibilities and all that. So we need to give the creative arts a lot more attention, especially in terms of what goes into, especially in terms of investment, okay? Because it's a very under-resourced sector.
Okay, hold on there. Let me just take a quick break. Now, when we come back, we'll continue from where Eddie Soto Jr. ended. Now, we're still talking about the film industry, production purposes, and we'll be back in a bit to continue. All right, so welcome back here on Showbiz Now. We're live on Joy Prime, and if you just tune in, a very welcome to you. And of course, Here in the studio with me is Edisedo Jr., the man behind Things We Do for Love fame, YOLO. If you're still watching it, you know that indeed a lot of work has gone into it, and we have in the studio Eddie talking to us about film production and what we're doing right, what we're not doing right. I still remember my very first encounter with this man was when they needed a Crisato lookalike for a TV production, a movie for that matter, and I was invited for the casting so they could see if I have something that could represent Crisato in any way. And the way they paid attention to detail is the fact that I could match up with it, but my color and Crisato's color were a bit different. And so because of that, I didn't have to get that role. And I was like, okay, they could have done anything to make me look darker or whatever it is. But he paid too much attention to detail that I lost that role because my color and Chris's color were a bit different. And that's what we're talking about with the film production over here in this country. And I still remember that, you know, and a couple of other things that I've seen you put in your works. And I'm asking, are the rest not following? Are some people not cut off of this? Is it because we don't have money for people to give to the right person to do the job for us? What is the problem we're having right now?
I think it's a question of priorities. There are some people who enter the industry looking at it from a business perspective, so they don't look at the artistic side of it. They see it as a business. This is something I can get in there and make some money. Okay, so if you don't have a creative professional doing this sort of thing, he may be making the money, but he may not be doing things right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it's a question of priorities. Do you want to invest in the one who's done some work and gone through the ropes to make sure that he's on top of his game while he's under-resourced, or you want to go for the person who's looking at it as a business? Okay, I've had a very top exec producer, I'm not going to mention his name, but he's told me that, okay, so you guys think that there's too much attention to detail and you want to do award-winning stuff. I'm a businessman, I'm in this to make money. So yes, my first movie may fail, the next one may fail, but definitely I will make my money back somehow. Okay. But you guys want to get everything right, and that's why you're not hitting it.
And that's the problem that we have right now.
It's part of the problem, okay? It's part of the problem. So, yeah, so people.
But we have a ministry that is supposed to ensure that some of these things are taken care of. What's the problem with it? And you, for example, have been doing so much, but you hardly say anything about the industry and the ministry.
Well, so maybe we've got to push harder, okay? See, as creative professionals, we have to put some of our work out there that would reflect the current thinking in the system, the way our people think. Even the fact that not much attention is being paid to us as an industry, we could actually make a production out of it. Whether it's a satire or a comedy, we could actually end. So I think we've got to, you know, beat our own drums to make more noise instead of just trying to pitch and lobby, trying to make the politicians pay attention to us. Maybe we can put it in our own, in our own creative environment and try to get them
put it out there
and put it out there and try to yes, you know. So definitely is one way. So I wouldn't blame them too much, but on our end, you know, do we have every I dotted, every T crossed? We've also got to do our homework. So apart from just lobbying for them to give us some attention, we've got to be seen to be doing things right, things that they would want to invest in, because it's essentially, if you're doing a movie, now look at the top countries that make movies. Bollywood, very synonymous with their music. Now Hollywood, do you notice that every single blockbuster you see, maybe 99.something%, it begins with the landscape of America. Skyrise, they are trying to sell America to you.
Yeah.
You see, so that sort of belief in the creative arts is also part of the tourism process. So if you're talking about politicians, it's the same thing. If you watch one of the best movies of all time, The Godfather, the very first line of dialogue in The Godfather is, "I believe in America." What does that tell you? The country is being involved in the process. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we've got to begin to see things this way. Do it. Let's do it for Ghana. That's how we have to see it. Let's be united and do it for Ghana. And Ghana, I believe, will begin to pay attention.
I see.
Yes.
Another major issue, but we'll open the phone lines for our viewers to also join in the conversation. I'm sure there are a lot of them who want to talk to you and find out how you achieve all the greatness that you've achieved over the period. And so you can give us a call, let us know. Now, before that, Philippa Berfi, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Philippa Berfi from Sami Multi TV is going out to you. Philippa Berfi, the musician, it's your birthday today. And also Joyce Blessing, it's your birthday today. And from the Showbiz Now team, from Ray over here as well, it goes out to you. Joyce Blessing, happy birthday to you. And to you, my boss, Rudy Kwache, it's your birthday today. Rudy, God bless you. You're an amazing person. And love you like that, man. Seriously. All right, so you can also give us a call. Let us know what you think. We're talking about the film production here in Ghana. Edicedo Jr. is here with me in the studio, and I'm sure there are a few things that you also want to find out. You want to ask, please, this is the platform for you to do so. You can go on our social media fan pages as well and drop your comments over there. We'll be more than glad to read from you. On Facebook and Instagram is Joy Prime Official. If you're on Twitter, it's Real Joy Prime, and that's where you need to go to make sure that you're sending your views to us here on the show. Now, Josephine. Hello, Josephine, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, please go ahead. Oh, she was there for a minute and there was a ping. Anyway, it's all part of it. You can also give us a call. Let us know what you think about the issue we're talking about. We're looking at the film production here in Ghana, what we're doing wrong, what we've not done right. How can we move on from there? Eddie, so the big issue is also the fact that maybe some directors have favorites, and so it becomes a problem getting the right people to do the job. We'll look at that. Sayram. Hello, Sayram.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. If you can hear me, go ahead. Morgan.
Yeah, calling from Tema. I want Edicedo Junior to know that the new faces are enough in the industry. Yeah, the new faces are enough. They should tend to be the new actresses as well. We've been out there struggling for so many years, and then we hardly get even some of these productions from himself and the big ones out there. The new faces, the Jackie Appiah, the John Dumelo.
That is the old faces you mean to say, Morgan?
Yeah.
You mean to say the old faces are enough? We should bring some new faces,
right? Yeah, the old
right?
faces are enough. Okay. They should tend to us the new ones, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Eddie will be looking out for you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good at scouting for new talent.
Can I answer you? If you see my track record of production, every time I come with a new production, these are predominantly new faces.
I mean, Fela McCarthy is doing pretty well because of you.
It goes way back from Things We Do for Love. Yeah. XOXO.
I was in XOXO.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's been like that. So for me, yes, I'm a stickler for new faces all the time. I don't think that I'm guilty in that particular accusation.
Richmond. Hey, Richmond, are you there?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so that obviously is not Richmond. Who are you, please?
Nikita from Takrade.
Okay, Nikita, go ahead.
Nikita from Takrade.
Please go ahead.
Okay, today I'm happy to join you, but what I want to say that today is my birthday, and people are celebrating me on my work, so I'm very happy. I'm proud, so I want to thank them.
Okay.
And Kemji, I love you so much.
Oh
boy. Keep it hard.
Okay, much love, yeah. Thanks for calling. Please, please, happy birthday to you. I wish you well. God bless you. Hello, who's there, please? Hello? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello.
Okay, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead if you can hear me.
Please. I want to say, why is it that the directors are not using the new faces now?
Okay. All right. Adis, he's answered. I mean, I'm sure there are others who can also do as much as he's doing, but it's not happening. That's what you're complaining.
The new ones. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
The new ones, we are trying our best to come on it, but still, we don't see anything. At times, you go on set, you don't see the movie, you don't even see anything.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so that's your issue. Thank you. Ellen?
Yeah.
Please, you're live. Go ahead.
You know what? I've been loved to act a movie. Anytime I talk to my friends, they are like, you know, you have to give what you want to get what you want. Sometimes it's irritating.
I mean, they ask you to give them something, so they make you a star, or they put you in production, right? That issue is not new. How do you handle that?
I've actually heard you have a whole discussion on that before in your program.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yes, I was back here. You know, I think
is this still happening?
I think it's individualistic.
Okay.
You know, it's individualistic. So it's being taken for granted now. I mean, to the extent that even professionals are guilty of it.
Oh.
So yes, I wouldn't think that it's as rampant that I'm thinking. Maybe I'm too, territorial with my own space, but I wonder to what extent, is affecting the industry, if indeed it is happening on the scale that people are talking about. I mean, I'm sure there are some exaggerations here and there, and then also it's a chicken and egg situation. Which one comes first? Is it the lady that's trying to front herself, position herself that I'm game for this, or is it the other way around? So it's a gray area. It's a gray area. You've got to be quite careful the way you handle it. But I think it's individualistic.
Okay, so directors also having favorites and thereby not giving other people the chance to also shine.
Favorites
and becoming a problem.
You know what? Well, last time I checked, even Jesus had his favorites.
California also mentioned that even the West directors have their own favorites.
It's a human thing. You see, it's a human thing. It goes back to the Pareto principle, 80-20. In everything you do, it's a 20% that counts. So 20% of the people who you think will deliver inevitably become your favorites. Maybe they are the ones who are good.
But at the expense of somebody who can also deliver more than who you think is your favorite.
Well, but
some people go to that extent.
No, but on what
because A can do better than B, but B is your favorite, so you still push B there.
So maybe
when she's not even delivering.
Maybe A is unapproachable. Do you know some of the people who can deliver unapproachable? I mean, we've got big names in this town who are quite unapproachable, especially if they don't know you, they haven't worked with you before.
Okay.
So it goes the other way too. Yes, some of them are unapproachable, they come across as quite unfriendly, they're not business friendly. So, then it becomes, they don't give you feedback, you've called to make an appointment, they don't even get back to you and stuff. So before you know it, I gotta move on. I mean, you can't just, you can't be waiting. So I think the favoritism thing is quite exaggerated.
Okay,
yes.
Now we're just about wrapping up. What do you want to say? The industry, the people who want an opportunity to do whatever they have to do. You are here.
Let's continue to believe in Ghana, because you see, life is like a 10-speed motorbike. We have gears we haven't used yet.
Okay.
Speaking for myself, yes, there are still gears I haven't used. So I'm not even at 5th gear yet.
Okay.
With all that I've done so far. So there's a lot more to come where that's come from already. So let's continue to believe in ourselves and let's continue to be united. You see, the Nigerians do these things better than us because they have that sense of camaraderie. They're together. They see themselves as one people. They are hugely patriotic. I'm sure you can testify to that. Of
course, yeah.
Yes, but we don't love our own. We don't seem to love our own. I don't know what the problem is, but we don't seem to love our own. So if you're doing something, my support to you, sometimes you're even thinking the person shouldn't do well.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to think like that. We're supposed to be more collaborative and more supportive. And I'm sure we'll get there.
Eddie Sedo Jr., many thanks to you, bro, for coming through. I really appreciate the honors done me today. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be all our conversation for today. God willing, tomorrow we're back again here on Showbiz Now. Make sure you tune in. If you just also join us for the first time, we welcome you. We'd like to say stay with us here on the show. My name still remains KMJ, the royal host. Now I was born to talk, and I still remain the Obara of the Media Land. My costume is by Abuya Corporate Wardrobe. Until then, please do well to take off yourself, and it's bye-bye from now.